Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, it's a little bit of a different kind of video, but not, well, I haven't really done one of these at all. So, I thought that this could be rather interesting, because a lot of people are asking just what is the fastest way to make MT in this game. Obviously, the easiest and fastest way, not really easiest, but you could argue time consuming, and it does factor in luck. To get the most MT in this game is to obviously just try and snipe stuff. Obviously, Spaceward Bird is just the king of absolute sniping. I think he sniped 3 Lamar Odoms, or 2 Lamar Odoms, the new Galaxy Opal ones, within 20 minutes? It was roughly about 20 minutes. So, he's doing rather well for himself, getting all that MT. So, I thought I'd experiment and try and see how much MT I can get just by playing Triple Threat. So, Triple Threat is, in my opinion, the best game mode in this game. It's one of the best things 2K have done. I remember when they introduced it in 2K16, I believe, and how bare bones it was. So, now we're just gonna jump back into 2K20, just because it was almost the best thing to make MT in that game. The rewards were arguably worse. I mean, I didn't personally find them that rewarding, but the rewards in 2K20 really make up for what you're trying to get. So you can tell by the title, I played for 1 solid hour. I started at 9:17 AM and I ended at 10:15 AM, just because you don't want to go over that 1 hour, and I spent the last 3 minutes just getting everything that I packed into the auctions ready to be listed. So in order to determine actually the amount of MT that I was making, I wrote down a little notepad, so I have notes for the first time ever in a video. So basically I wrote down what game it was, how much MT I earned from the game, and then what actually I earned from the ball drops. Before I get into actually how the games went and everything that I had, I should preface, can't even say that word, I should stress what I've done. I didn't want to use contracts to actually lower the amount of MT I was making. So you can still do this if you need to use contracts. Obviously, you just want to earn as much. So what I decided to do is I ran Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, the Diamond Center, and the new pink Diamond Eddy Curry. If you haven't seen him, go check my review from yesterday. He is absolutely fabulous. And what I did is I had 2 diamond contracts, and I equipped them both onto Steph and onto Curry. It would be Steph Curry's name. Anyway, reason for equipping those is just because I didn't want to use contracts as often, so if I can just limit my contract use down to 1 player while I still look for my 3rd player to equip a diamond contract on, then you know what, that's just great. I have contracts, I use I think like 2 of them to play these games, just because in an hour you can't play a lot of games, but you can certainly, if you're fast, play quite a few of them. So just getting into a quick recap, started at 9:17 AM, going for an hour, and just listing everything I get from contracts in terms of just I'll say everything that I've got. All right, so I should stress at the start of recording this, I had 799,832 MT. All right, so we're going into the first game. I'm not gonna give you guys all the results and everything. I'll just say if I win or loss. The first game I won, I got 312 MT, and I think I had 2 ball drops from my memory, 2 gold consumable packs, which I'll say what they actually were, and I got 200 MT out of that, as well as obviously the 312 from the game. Game 2, I had 337 MT, and out of the ball drops, I had 675 MT, as well as a prime Derrick Rose award pack. Game 3, I had 293 MT, and these ball drops were actually quite decent. At 1,575 MT, as well as a token and a Andre Iguodala award pack. In Game 4, I actually got trounced in this. I had 160 MT, and out of my ball drops, I only had 250 MT. Wasn't very ideal, that game. And Game 5 was no exception. 171 MT, and out of the ball drops, I had 500 MT, as well as 2 tokens. Now, in Game 6, I actually had a rage quit. I had 84 MT for the game, but thankfully the ball drops more than made up for it. 1,500 MT from the ball drop, as well as 13 tokens. And finally, in Game 7, I had 305 MT from the game, and the ball drops had 2,200 MT and 2 prime Wilt Chamberlain packs. So if we're just looking at just from the games in the MT I used, in the MT I had from the actual games as well as from the ball drops, I ended up with 808,690 MT. So from the games and the ball drops, I had 8,858 MT. Alright, now on to the packs. So the gold consumable packs, I had a gold contract in one of them and an upper body healing card, which is... it's whatever. In the Derrick Rose pack, there was nothing really of note. I had a Ruby Nikola Jokic and a silver contract, which is not the greatest, I'll be honest. In the Iguodala pack, I had a Ruby Jrue Holiday, a couple shoes, a leg healing, and a classic 76ers jersey, which is... yeah. In the in one of the Wilt Chamberlain packs, I had a Sapphire Draymond Green, a couple of arenas, and a shoe, and the City Pistons gold jersey, which is actually a nice pull. And then the final Wilt Chamberlain pack, I had a Sapphire Bradley Beal, a gold Jordan Clarkson, 2 players in the pack, can't really argue about that. A Pistons jersey, a classic away Suns jersey, and KD's bronze shoe. So after listing all of these up for auction, I waited for the 4 hours to actually pass. Now, 5 of these things didn't sell. The Spurs Arena didn't sell, and 2 of the shoes didn't sell, and neither did the healing cards. If you get healing cards, you're probably not going to sell them just because I've played so many games in this game, I haven't seen any player get injured. Like, it's not like 2K15 where you seem like you got injured every other game. Like, it's really... you have to try to injure your players. Like, even in just in the Spotlight Sim games, if you're playing Hall of Fame, and I don't really sub out in those games just because you can just abuse the Nets playbook. Even in those games, like, my players are in red, stamina drained, players just don't get injured in this game. Alright, so before redeeming the players, unfortunately, I don't have the actual clip of me redeeming these. Sadly, I have all footage to corrupt. Unfortunately is when I'm redeeming the players, which kind of sucks. But before I redeemed them at 806,903, I went on to do the Kareem Spotlight, like, moments challenge things. I did some of those, and I needed to get that Emerald McLaughlin, I think is his name, if I remember. It's kind of... I believe that's his name. But I had to buy him, and then play a few games, so I got up to 806,000 before I actually redeemed them. And when I redeemed them at 816,938 to end it all. So to end it all, quick roundup. From the games, I earned 8,858 MT, and then from the auctions themselves, I earned 10,035 MT, making a grand total of 18,893 MT for a 1 hour session of playing Triple Threat. So obviously, guys, results may vary on this. Like, obviously, you have to be somewhat decent at Triple Threat to get, obviously, if you get into the 5 balls, the 4 balls, and just get into those, you're gonna have a really good time. Obviously, just doing incredibly well if you're landing in the balls, on the packs, on the tokens, on everything else. Versus if you're just stuck with the 1 ball, the 2 balls, like down in the bottom, obviously your results are not going to be this conclusive. You might end up, 10k here or there. But if you find a stroke of form, then you might end up winning a few games. Like, in these, of the 7 games I played, I won 5 of them. So I ended up managing to get into the 5 ball, the 4 balls, and things like that. But overall, guys, if you just need some quick MT, I wouldn't say quick, but obviously, like, this is just 18,000 just from, like, playing the 7 games and then stopping. Like, if you want to obviously carry on playing games, keep getting packs, keep listing everything that you get in packs, you can earn a lot more than just the 18,000 that I earned in the hour. Play for 2 hours, list everything, like, just... while you're listing stuff, see if you can snipe something. Like, as you're going to list a player, see if there's a cheaper one that's way under its value. Then that's where more MT will come from. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. It took a bit of time to make this video, so all likes are appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Take care. Peace.